Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Must-Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld, and here are a bunch of things to pay attention to for the upcoming trading week. Now, of course, it is Sunday afternoon, so happy Easter everybody. Hope you found some chocolate bunnies along the way and are ready for a great trading week, a full trading week. Coming off the heels of a shortened week last week because markets were closed on Good Friday, typically we see low volume on weeks like that, and we did. What was interesting was a lot of those markets are actually showing gains, all but one of the broader markets showing strength. You have the S&P, the Russell, the dollar, the 10-year yield, gold, all moving to the upside. Of course, the NASDAQ just ever so slightly down, and we'll see if that continues for this upcoming trading week. Now, we typically start things off with earnings, but really there's nothing on the earnings calendar, so I'm going to dive right into some other news, and that's going to be the employment data for the U.S. We've got 5 pieces of data coming out this week. We start things off on Tuesday at 10 a.m. This is all Eastern time. That is going to be the JOLTS job openings. Not the most significant one, but hey, all the jobs information and clarity we can get will help us kind of forecast where the markets may go and what the Fed may do. Second on this list is the ADP non-farm employment change. That's Wednesday at 8:15 a.m. They are expecting that number to increase from 140,000 to 149, so meaning more jobs available. That's a good sign. Continuing on to Thursday at 8:30 a.m., the typical unemployment claims. This one comes out weekly. No big surprises expected here. And then the twofer on Friday, you have the unemployment rate and non-farm employment change. That unemployment rate coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Same with the non-farm employment change. But the unemployment rate is expected to stay right where it is at 3.9%. Now, of course, I've mentioned this many times, but that is a historically low number. Really nothing to worry about at this point. Jerome Powell did make a point of it at the press conference after the FOMC statement a couple weeks back, where if we start to see those numbers tick up, then we might be concerned about it. But honestly, I don't think they're going to be concerned until we get to about 4.5% on that unemployment rate, and we're nowhere near that. So should be a non-event, but any outlying numbers away from 3.9 could cause a little bit of panic in our markets. Of course, I just mentioned Jerome Powell, and of course, he is the man, the myth, and the legend. Probably the most powerful man in the world when it comes to moving markets, and he will be speaking this week, so you want to know when that's happening. He will be speaking at Stanford's Business, Government, and Society Forum. No one is expecting major fireworks here, but you never know what Jerome Powell says. So mark your calendars, because if you are trading at 12:10 a.m. Eastern, that's when the problems may happen on Wednesday. Not necessarily problems, but just volatility may be increasing at those moments in time, creating a lot of volatility. And again, we don't expect him to say anything out of the ordinary. Kind of dished that out at the press conference. But sometimes he might make a remark that includes some more recent data since that previous comment and might change the dynamics of his presentation, his forecasts, and what may happen with rates going forward. Because that, of course, right now is probably the most important thing that the markets are focusing on. Okay, so we've got Jerome Powell out of the way. We've got some employment data out of the way. Let's talk about U.S. services and manufacturing data, another fairly important metric. And with that, we've got 2 announcements. On Monday, you have the ISM manufacturing PMI numbers. That's going to happen at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So 30 minutes into the trading day, and that'll give us an idea as to how manufacturing is looking from purchasing managers around the United States. And on the heels of that, coming on Wednesday, you have the ISM Services PMI numbers, same time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, which will give us a glance behind the curtain of services industry. Are we seeing growth? Are we seeing expansion? What's the general feeling there with services manufacturing in the United States? So all in all, I don't see any news here which is earth-shattering and going to really make huge waves in the market. Maybe the Jerome Powell comment, but really it's more about being aware when these times come out, because you may see spikes and surges kind of up and down in the market and go, wait, why is this happening? Most likely it's because of that economic data. So it's all about being prepared, having a plan, and knowing whatever comes your way that you're ready for it. That, my friends, is your Monday Morning Must-Knows. We'll see you next week.